Hello everyone, welcome to Desert Succulent, and today let's talk about tricolor Portulaca or the Portulaca Hana Misteria succulent. This kind of succulent has this color of white, green, and pink, and yung kanyang leaves are small and fleshy. It has this rounded na shape, and if you would see here sa kanyang color, sa pinakagitna, it has this green color, and sa kanyang leaf margins, it comes with the pink to whitish na color. Yung ating tricolor is also a great creeping na plant. That's the reason why nilagay ko siya sa pot na ganito so we can easily hang it. Kasi pag lumaki itong ating tricolor, it would eventually drape over a wall or cover anything kung saan natin siya ilalagay. It's also very common for us to prune itong ating tricolor for us to maintain nga yung kanyang variegated and fresh na leaves. Itong ating mga tricolor now has the tendency to revert back into this parang greenish or plain greenish na color. So as you would see here as an example, itong almost outer na mga leaves here, nag-revert back na siya into green, and what we can do is to simply cut this one. Ayan. So that's how we prune itong ating tricolor. In terms of their light requirements, they can tolerate yung ating light shade or partial shade na areas, but they still prefer nga yung ating mga full sun areas, and they also grow best in warmer environments like us here in the Philippines since we live in a tropical country. With regards to their soil, we have to make use of a well-draining na soil. I'm just using yung ating loam soil or typical garden soil. Anything as long as it's well-draining, especially that good drainage is very critical for preventing yung root rot or fungal diseases. And also with regards sa kanilang watering, the best way for us to water this kind of succulent is the soak and dry na method. Another interesting thing about our tricolor is that it would really give you a sign when it's not hydrated anymore. As you would see here, naka-open yung kanyang mga leaves, ganyan ang kanyang itsura if it is well hydrated. And unlike here, for example, this one naman, it's not well hydrated, and you would notice na naka-close yung kanyang mga leaves, which now indicates na kulang na siya ng tubig. Although you should not be confused kasi another characteristic nitong ating tricolor is that every morning ganito ang kanyang itsura. Naka-open talaga siya, and every night I notice na nagko-close yung kanyang mga leaves. So even this one later, pag gumabi na, it will also close. You would see the difference of a well-hydrated na tricolor versus dehydrated na tricolor. In order for us to keep our plants happy and healthy, I usually feed or fertilize these tricolor with a low balance na fertilizer. And if, for example, you're gonna be using a fertilizer, it's always best for you to use a diluted dose or half the strength nung recommended sa packaging. Like for example, in my case, I'm using yung Harvest King na 1 tablespoon is good for 3.5 liters of water. Instead of using 3.5 liters of water, I simply mix nga yung 1 tablespoon sa 7 liters of water kasi I'm trying to avoid to over-fertilize yung aking mga plants, especially that I usually do it once a month. Repotting wise of our succulent is when they have outgrown yung kanilang current pot, and it's just simply putting them or transferring them into a larger container so that it would hold the plant better. All we need to do is remove itong ating plastic na nursery tray, then remove some of the old soil, or it's your choice if you wanted to remove completely or change yung kanyang soil before transferring it into its new soil mix or pot. So propagation nitong ating tricolor can be grown from seeds or from stem cuttings, but obviously the easiest way for us to propagate this is through stem cuttings. Like for example here, we can just cut it dito. Ayan. So for example this, about 1 to 2 inches ang kailangan natin. Ayan. So you can air dry this for a couple of days before putting sa kanyang soil mix, or if your soil mix is dry naman, you can simply plant this one. As you would see here, wala nang tumubong mga leaves or parang nakakalbo na siya dyan. Kaya I will just simply cut it here, and it's also one way for us to make this tricolor more bushier siya, or maging mas lush, since it's like pruning it at the same time. Ayan. So that's it. You were now able to successfully propagate itong ating mga tricolor. Unlike with other succulents, itong ating tricolor is not really prone sa ating mga pests like mealybugs and other insects. With regards sa mga fungal infection, it's also not prone to those kind of diseases. Although you have to remember that this plant can be mildly toxic to both humans and animals. So you have to be extra careful if you are planting this. Make sure na they are out of reach ng ating mga bata or ng ating mga pets. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You may also visit our Facebook page at Desert Succulent PH.